What is going on, everyone? Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about food. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Korean barbecue. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite dishes in the world. That's right, I said it. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Before we get started, if you are new here and you love all things food, travel, and culture, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up because it really helps us out. And if you want to send us any type of message, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below in the comment section. We try to answer as many of those as we can. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about Cuisine Bulgogi. What is Cuisine Bulgogi? Well, Cuisine Bulgogi is a dish made of thinly sliced or minced meat that is marinated for a long period of time in a mixture of garlic, sugar, soy sauce, and other seasonings. It's usually served with cabbage leaves, kimchi, jalapeno powder, garlic, and lettuce to be wrapped as a bundle. There's also different ways to cook it. You can either grill it at home, or in some cases they will cook it at the table with a grill on the table. The meat is most commonly beef, but it can also be pork, chicken, or even fish. And when making bulgogi, it's important to use the right cut of meat. For instance, for beef, you'd want to use sirloin tip, short rib, or tenderloin. Now, where did bulgogi come from? Well, there's a few legends around how bulgogi actually came to be. So let me walk you through those real quick. The first story is about General Choi, who was known as the father of Korean barbecue. He lived during the 14th century and was famous for his ability to win battles. One day, after a hard-fought battle, he treated his exhausted troops to a feast. He ordered that oxen be slaughtered and prepared in a special way. He instructed that the meat be cut very thin, so that it would cook quickly and taste better. Then he marinated the meat in a garlic and soy sauce mixture. This dish was so delicious that the soldiers were revived by the taste of it. And so that is where bulgogi was born. Another legend has it that bulgogi was created in 1917 by a Korean chef named Jo Boo-young. He was a court chef for King Sunjong of Korea and was responsible for cooking meals for the royal family. One day, King Seongjong asked Chef Jo to come up with a new dish using beef. So he did just that. He created a dish of thinly sliced beef that was marinated in a mixture of garlic, soy sauce, ginger, and sugar. The king loved the dish so much that he named it bulgogi, which translates to fire meat. Since it cooked so quickly on the fire, it was an instant hit in the palace and soon became a favorite among the Korean people. Now, the exact date of when bulgogi was invented is unknown. Historians believe that it may have originated as far back as the Three Kingdoms. Period of Korean history between the 3rd and 6th centuries AD bulgogi may have been called something different than The name Bulgogi may have only come into common usage during the Hosein dynasty, which lasted from 1392 to 1910. During this time, bulgogi became a popular court dish and was often served to the king and his advisors. Now, what makes bulgogi so special? Bulgogi is more than just a tasty dish. It's a cultural icon of Korea. It symbolizes the Korean identity and pride. Bulgogi is a staple of Korean cuisine and is served at almost every Korean restaurant. It's also a popular choice for family gatherings and special occasions. Bulgogi is more than just a dish. It's a way of life. When you eat bulgogi, you're not just eating food. You're experiencing a piece of Korean culture. Okay, so now we know what it is. We know a little bit of its history. Let's talk about some of the ingredients that go into making this dish. So, one of the main ingredients in bulgogi is, of course, the meat. As I mentioned earlier, beef is the most commonly used meat, but pork, chicken, and fish can also be used. The meat is typically cut into thin slices or minced, so it's important to use a cut of meat that is tender and juicy. Another important ingredient is the marinade. The marinade is a mixture of garlic, soy sauce, ginger, sugar, and other seasonings that add flavor and juiciness to the meat. The meat is marinated for a long period of time, sometimes overnight, so that it absorbs all the flavors of the marinade. Now, when it comes to vegetables, there are a lot of different vegetables that can be added to bulgogi. Some common vegetables include green onions, garlic, zucchini, mushrooms, and spinach. The vegetables add a nice freshness and crunch to the dish. And, of course, you can't forget about the banchan, which are the small side dishes that are served with bulgogi, kimchi, jalapeno powder, garlic, and lettuce are all popular banchan that are used to wrap the bulgogi. These banchan add flavor and texture to the dish and are also a great way to soak up all the delicious juices. So let's talk a little bit about the preparation of bulgogi. First, the meat is cut into thin slices or minced. Then it is placed in a bowl and the marinade is poured over it. The meat is marinated for at least 30 minutes, but preferably overnight. After the meat has marinated, it is time to cook it. Bulgogi can be grilled at home or cooked on a grill that is set on fire at the table. When grilling at home, the meat should be cooked over medium heat. Cook the meat until it is no longer pink and is cooked through it. If you're cooking at a Korean barbecue restaurant, the server will most likely cook the meat for you. Once the meat is cooked, it is ready to be served. Bulgogi is traditionally served with rice and various banchan, such as kimchi, jalapeno powder, garlic, and lettuce. To eat bulgogi, you can either eat it with a fork and knife or you can use your hands. If you're using your hands, you will need to use 2 hands to hold the lettuce leaf in place while you add the meat and other toppings. Once you have added the meat and other toppings, you will need to use your hands to wrap the lettuce leaf into a bundle. Then you can enjoy your delicious meal. And now let's talk about the flavor profile of bulgogi. Bulgogi has a rich, savory flavor that is made up of the tender, juicy meat, the flavorful marinade, and the crunchy vegetables. The meat is cooked to perfection and is incredibly tender and juicy. The marinade adds a rich, savory flavor to the meat, and the vegetables add a nice freshness and crunch to the dish. Overall, bulgogi has a flavor that is hard to forget. So there you have it. That's everything you need to know about Cuisine Bulgogi. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.